Top the rankings. Let's see if he can keep it going into game number 2 of this best of 3 match F. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got all our players here. Our crowd favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and guess this is gonna be Mjolnir. You know, just a small thing. Yeah, 2 votes. 2 votes for Mjolnir. The rest of you gotta get voting, okay? We do our show director stuff here with the voting. He is starting out in the southwest zone. We've got the Revolter hanging out here in the west zone. Hello indeed. Uti, he's hanging out here in the
Sup, dude?
northwest. Hey Uti,
Should I go play Sonya again?
How's it going? I think you should go kill somebody, but be sneaky about it.
Okay.
Soidney, he's hanging out in the northwest as well. This is looking like it's going to be our first fight. Hannibal, he's in the northeast, so he's all right. We've got Dickacator up at the junction between east and northeast, so he's doing all right there. Special hello to Dickacator as well.
Hey man, you call me Dick Eater.
You
can do it.
Why don't you go ahead and watch the VOD? Because yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, but
I'll share the clip with you.
Sure, man.
Arcade Sandwich, he's hanging out here in the east zone. Rafoho, he's over in center for now. The Swedish hero, trying to he didn't do too well in the last game. He got knocked out first. Uti was our Swedish hero in the last one. We've got Possible. He's starting out in the southeast zone, and that's gonna round our top 9 out in this match. Remember that the top 10 players by points will be making it into the final match. Usually that's just the person that comes in first, and then maybe the second, depending on how they did with the kills and the rankings consistently over the 3 matches. So we'll have to see. You do have to get a couple of kills to do well here. You cannot just sit around and do nothing, as shown by Uti in the last match. He was pretty aggressive around the map. So we'll see how it works out here. Possible going for the early electronic here. And I think we should get our crowd involved early as well. So let's go ahead and give some wood, all right? So give some wood to somebody early game. Show them that you appreciate them here in game number 2 of the 3-game match here in F on the EU side. We've got 7 different matches going on in the preliminaries. You can go ahead and check out those streams. You can get their names by using the command exclamation matches, but it's going to be Mjolnir who goes ahead and gets the early wood here to start out in this match, and he will thank his fans by crafting 1 stellar arrow provided by the community. So a much quieter game number 2 here. Not really too many people going for each other, but we do have the fight going on. Uti stuck in the bear shot. Soidney with the headshot after it as well. Soidney getting a lot of damage onto Utinex. Utinex not looking too good. He's down to 300. He's going to go inside, outside, inside, outside the house, down to 150 health, and he's out of here. Uti taken down by Soidney.
I love you, man. That's my revenge, man. Boom.
Don't worry about it, dude.
I love you, man.
Got the revenge kill there, and I think we saw that one pretty well. There's really no need for the replay, but we do have the clip saved, so that's all right. And Soidney does get his first kill and the first electronic of the game here, although we did have the electronic earlier taken by Possible. He's currently got the teleport up for himself. The electronic being placed down in the east camping zone. Arcade Sandwich looking pretty good as he decides to go for that one, but it could be easily contested by the Revolter. Looking for the best place to put that tripwire, but you can't think about it too much because the Revolter could easily come for it. Now the electronics, they are kind of loud. I apologize for that. For some reason that sound just wants to be the loudest out of all of them, but the Revolter is not going to check that at all. He doesn't really feel like going for that contesting of the electronic. And we're looking pretty good here. So the Revolter, now maybe he decides to go back in. 5 arrows, 1 glider, 1 smoke bomb, 5 wood. So it's not like he should have any shortage of arrows here. But does he really want to go for this early aggression? He's already seen 1 person taken out of this game number 2. And that should take Uti out of contention for any kind of high placing at the end of this match. That is a bit unfortunate, but when you end in last, it is just so difficult to make up that distance. The zone will be closed, and I think the spectators are getting a little bit restless as well. With all the players being so passed around the map, let's go ahead and make it Electromania. So there's that. maybe get them to fight a little bit more after that Electromania is over, and we'll let you guys. Well, we'll let you guys close a zone after that's all over. So we got some electronics down on the map. We'll see where y'all want to start pushing people soon. But these players, you can see them all going for like, where's the best electronic for me to go for? And I don't know if we're going to see any fights off of it either. Dickicator deciding not to contest for it, and he's actually gotten no electronics here, which is a bit unfortunate. But you can see from the last one, he doesn't necessarily need those, and he'll find the electronics that he needs to anyway. But all the players dispersing to go ahead and pick those up. There's only 2 left on the map, so let's go ahead and let our spectators close down a zone, pick the zone that you want to end up closing.
Another Electromania?
That's going to be a solid no from me. Sorry, man.
Aww.
Yeah, I got no more electronics on my end, but, you know, I don't know if you need them. You're pretty good.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right, so the zone that is closed is the middle. All 3 of our votes ended up going to different zones there. So randomly, the middle zone gets taken out, which means that we're not going to see the same finish that we did in the last one. Getting a little bit of variety up in here, which is all right. That's fine. We can get some variety. It's a lot more fun that way. Dickicator with the full-out lumberjack right now, taking down those trees like the strong Dane that he is. Or he's not a Dane, he's a Dutchie. My bad. I knew it was a D. It was a D word. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. He's gonna hate me. So he is our actual Dane here. He's hanging out in the northeast, or the northwest zone rather, and he's gotten 2 electronics out of that. Picked up one of the Electromania, 1 off the first blood. We are stuck with 8 here. 2 zones closed down. Rafoho, he has gotten out of it. The lone Swede left in the match. I'm just going to him. He's looking around because he knows that when the director goes to him, there's probably someone around him. But, you know, I just think he's cool, you know? I don't need to go to people when they're being killed. In fact, I actually try not to go to people when they're being chased down or anything. So, there's that. Rafoho will find his own deer. Oh boy. Still looking around him to see if anybody is there, but no, we're just hanging out. We out here. We out here hanging out. 5 action points. I tend not to use the manhunt unless somebody is being an absolute butt. So let's go ahead and warm somebody up. There's not really anybody that needs it right now, but you can show your support for anybody in this match by going ahead and clicking that warm up button on your Twitch stream. Go ahead and do that and show some support for anybody in this map. The Revolter, he's got 1 electronic already. He is tracked. And our warm-up goes to Hannibal. Bit of a surprise here. But our Swiss player will be picking that up. I definitely have to be a lot quicker on those countries. But he's got some people to contend with over here. Hannibal. Alright, he sees Mjolnir with the teleport across. Doesn't want to get too engaged in the fight. This is a slow match for sure. Not as much happening in this one, but I'm sure we'll see that action ramping up in just a little bit. Rafoho cuts the tree. At long range, Hannibal was trying to see if he could line up a shot, but it's just way too quick to be able to get that off of the sound circles that you see. So we'll probably end up getting some kind of engagement in the north. Oh, not the northeast zone because the zone closes down. And over there, it's going to be the Revolter just waiting for Dickicator.
A new electronic is available.
And Dick is waiting as well. He is taking his time. No reason to go too quickly, and oh no, we could have something happening here in the west zone. Rafoho running on up to the cabin that Soidney was currently in. Parried axes will throw them away from each other. Tripwire placed down. Soidney gets hit on it, and he's going to jump around inside the cabin. Knocks his noggin a little bit. But Rafoho, he is fine. Arrows being parried. Soidney still hanging out here. This could be vultured by Hannibal. Hannibal at long range. You can see him shooting through the window there. Rafoho, He has taken the first hit onto Soid. He takes another one as well, getting knocked around inside the cabin, misses a fadeaway shot. And there's the bear trap onto Rafoho. Soidney, he's getting another trap down, I believe. No, that's a heal. And now Rafoho, he's been stuck on the rafters. He's getting smacked around by Soidney. Soidney taken low. Here comes Hannibal into the room. Who's going to take the heal? It's going to be Hannibal. That gets the kill. And now he's doing some huge damage onto Soidney as well, getting back
Sorry,
into the
man.
fight. That's a vulture. That's a kill. And that's Hannibal taking both kills out of the cabin. That was tough. All right. Well, if we get a chance, we will take a look at that one. But right now, it is another fight between Arcade Sandwich and Hannibal. Hannibal, he might have to pay for his sins pretty soon. But while we wait on that, let's go ahead and get that instant replay up here in just a second. We will have that. Oh, baby, here we go. Instant replay. So again, you see Rafoho stuck on the Raptors there, so he's able to do a huge amount of damage. But then it's chaos in the cabin as Hannibal goes on in. Telliax is through, but Hannibal still ends up getting that one. And as the camera just gets 100% messed up, Hannibal takes that second kill there. We did end up seeing the tail end of that. So back into the live action here. Hannibal versus Arcade Sandwich. Getting some work done. Hannibal looking for the shot onto Arcade Sandwich. Will force him to get that power leap out. Trying to get each other midair, but it's not going to be happening just yet. And Hannibal will force Arcade Sandwich out of this one, but he's got the glider in response. There's the boom shroom. Hannibal still wants to chase an Arcade Sandwich and is put in the middle of nowhere. Looking for the shot on the ground on the glider. Telliax not going to hit. Arcade Sandwich looking for the shot. Hannibal not quite allowing him to get it. He will try to aggress the tree. But the armor gets broken onto Hannibal. He is not being punished yet. Arcade Sandwich a little bit lower than he would like. He's going to smack him on the booty. But Arcade Sandwich coming in with a counter Telliax onto Hannibal. And Dickicator, he joins the fight as well. Hannibal with another glider to get around. He is going to be down and out of this fight. Or maybe up and out. Dickicator avoiding that round circular. Maybe a misused portal. Who knows? We don't really have as much lore here. Dickicator still working his way around. We've got two players close here. Hannibal on the high ground. Arcade Sandwich on the low. He wants in. He'll get on the high ground and gets right on off of it. He had to look for some great shots, and he wasn't able to find it, so he'll just retreat from this fight as everybody is aggressing onto this one. Let's go ahead. No, I'm not going to let you guys close this one because you're going to close this one. We don't want to close this one. We want these guys to fight for as long as possible. That's right. I know you. I know you, Twitch chat. I know what you do. So here we go. Arcade Sandwich running away from Possible right now, who is on the chase. Meanwhile, the Revolter, he's currently got a bead on Dickicator, who does not want anything in this fight either. Oh no! Long range Telliax from Possible, and that's going to be him taking a couple of arrows, forcing out the Telly from Arcade, getting him so far away from this fight. But Arcade might be running himself into even more danger. Mjolnir is in the area. Can Possible find this one? Does he choose the right way? He sees the footsteps. He sees the clues. Arcade Sandwich on the run from Possible. He sees the footsteps. He sees the sounds. He sees the deer. He sees Arcade Sandwich freezing his butt off here in the Canadian wilderness. And there's a fire. And that is going to tell Possible exactly where Arcade Sandwich is. But he misses the first shot onto the lone Arcade Sandwich. And he'll get to the high ground and throws the arrow out there. Not a hit. Possible knocks Arcade down to the low ground, forces him back, looking for the axe. Someone's trying to vulture as well. Hannibal's in the fight, and it's going to be a headshot to finish it from Possible. Now let's look at the rest of the fight. Hannibal's already here. We've got Mjolnir up on the high ground. Is this going to work? All right, made sure we got that one. Possible now making as much as he can behind that tree, putting bear traps on his clues. Hannibal running up. He would love to get a loot off on that body, and I believe that Possible will get it off. Now Mjolnir left with just a couple of footsteps in a dream. I think this is a good time to go ahead and close it down. So Twitch chat, do your worst. Take these players out of the game. Mjolnir caught in the bear trap. That wasn't picked up by Possible. Do your worst, Twitch chat. Go ahead and close down his zone here as Mjolnir will pick up another armor to keep himself safe and sound here in the Darwin Project, and the zone closed will be this current west zone, forcing Mjolnir out into the open. And Dickacator, he's gonna get an electronic
Oh
right
my
in
god. Woo!
his right in his pocket here. He's
I
pretty
know
happy
you did
about
that,
that one.
Pythian. I know it.
I used my Haxing show director skills. You're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right, back into the cabin with Hannibal. He's hanging out here. We got Possible there as well, and he was just taking a quick look-see at the radar, seeing who's around, looking for the mid-air shot on the Possible. Possible trying to stand on his head here. Possible gets the axe. Telly through. He telly through a wall? What? What? No! He can't do that! Oh no! Oh no, somebody clip that. I'm gonna clip that. I clipped that. I hope I clipped that. Alright? It clipped. Something clipped. Possible hanging out in the window. Hannibal's place down here. Possible. That's his turret, I believe, going off. It's his traps as well. Oh no! They hear someone on the roof. Who is that on the roof? It's Mjolnir. Mjolnir taking down the... Oh no! That turret. Still there. Missed it. He'll get the shot on the Possible, breaking the armor. Now Possible on the open, but he'll go through with Telliax! And gets him! Puts him in the bear trap as well. Arrow through the window by Hannibal. They both say, get the heck out of this fight. We are the ones who are fighting here. Turret's been placed down again. Actually, that's the same turret that's been going off the entire fight. Possible hanging out on the roof, just watching to see if Mjolnir decides to get back into the fight again. And Hannibal is hanging out inside the cabin, just missed by Possible. Looking for a shot here. You gotta shoot it. If you don't shoot your shot, you're not gonna get the shotted if you're the shooter. And Possible knows that. He knows exactly that. He sees the fire. He could get warmed up by it. Picking up some arrows. Doing some looting here. What is Hannibal doing, though? He sees Possible. He'll shoot out his arrow. Misses, and Possible absolutely needs that one. Look at that. 26 arrows from Hannibal. If someone ever asks you if you have enough arrows, Hannibal is going to say, no, I need 26. He's back up to 26. He'll go ahead and craft some more of his. And we've got a lot of people hanging out here, and which will be the final zone. Now, Deep Snow Zone is a pretty good ending. Oh, no. Just let him pick up that electronic. It's not that big of a deal. He could use, what is that, an arena? Why not? Yeah, let him get the arena. Energy shield. I'm stupid. You're all with stupid, so it balances out. Dickacator with the shotgun. The Mjolnir just peeks it. Not there though, but Dicka will still manage to knock Mjolnir around here. Mjolnir says, "I'm getting the heck out of here," and he will teleport away. Quiet for a couple seconds as we wait for that final zone to close in. This is your last chance. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a warm-up drone, alright? I'll give you a warm-up drone to decide who is going to get your final support here in the last zone. So make sure you use it on the right person. I'm sure you will. Twitch chat always knows best. And we are here. We out here. In the final one. Possible picks up the warm-up. He's going to be okay for the last bit. Mjolnir picks up. Gets picked up by the Revolter. Revolter very close. Mjolnir should see him here. Turret's been placed down. Now, what I usually like to do with the turret is to use it to create some kind of distraction. And Mjolnir will glide her away from the Revolter, looking for the telly. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're kidding me. He was looking for it. He absolutely was looking for it. The Revolter does not end up going for the Telliax midair. He would have loved to have gotten it, though. And Mjolnir, he is still sort of out in the open. Still tracked up. Are they going to be able to finish this one off? Mjolnir still being tracked up by the Revolter. This is not a good zone to end in if you are Mjolnir. A lot of the stuff that he crafted is here. And there's another electronic being placed down. This could be a bad time for one of our players here. 5 players left. 1 zone. Sudden death will start closing in. Hannibal wants to go for the electronics. And I don't know if he's going to be stopped at all. I don't know if anybody cares. Hannibal picks it up. He had all of his electronics, so he's just denying it right now, making sure that it can't be picked up in that final fight. Possible taking down some trees on the high ground. Revolter Hanging out next to the cabin, checks for traps in the door. Possible wants to get in on the fight. Looking for some arrows. Will break the armor. That will take Revolter back. And if we take a look at his items, yeah, he's got more than enough for a ton of armors here. Such a close fight. Sudden death hasn't started closing in just yet. Turret scouting out anybody that's close for possible. He's also in the cabin. So while the turret won't be very useful, he already has a radar there. Maybe that's a bit of a waste of the turret, but it will just be a lot of noise for these players to try to contend with. Mjolnir trying to take it out. He's aware of that turret, and he's aware that somebody has to be there. But there's not a whole lot he can do about it. Possible knows exactly where he is and now has the high ground advantage, but Mjolnir still manages to hit that shot over the cliff to break the armor. And Possible will just back away from his own turret, has the armor to craft, and will do so in the middle of this tree. Getting down to our final fight here in game number 2. 5 people left out of 9, still more than half of our members hanging out here in the final zone. This was a slower match. All of our players finally figured out that the more they survive, the more points they get. But when there's 5 players here, the stakes are massive. As you get towards the end of it, Dick is still here. He got our game 1 victory. If he takes game 2 here, he might be untouchable for game number 3 and might take that spot into the grand final. Mjolnir takes out the turret. Possible gets out. On the edges of this sudden death, Revolter's here as well. Hanging out in a bush, his fire is there. Possible knows. And that zone is closing in. You gotta be careful. You don't want to freeze to death here. Now this is the kind of situation where I might like to see a bit more tools for the spectator. As the Revolter, he's got 1 health pack. So I would like to see the consumables. Lots of stuff for Dicacator. Look at that. 1 coffee, 1 health pack, and 3 speed drinks. And there's Hannibal. Takes down Mjolnir. That's the first kill of this final zone. The Revolter trying to get the bead onto Hannibal. Oh no, he's tracked up now. Hannibal stuck in the trap, trying to get the shot onto the Revolter. Revolter looking for it. He'll try to get some arrows in response, but oh no, he's getting hit from the cabin as well. Possible making a base here, and there's that turret going to work once again. Dicka outside, hanging out behind the timbers. Timbers providing him some nice cover against Revolter, who was just running on through.
A new electronic is available.
Arrow shot and hit by Dicka. Hannibal taken down lower. He's into the house with Possible. Possible into the fight with Hannibal, and Hannibal will hit the headshot on the Possible, forcing him out of his family home. Vulture on the high ground. They're all hanging out around this one cabin. Possible outside. Hannibal inside. Dicka off behind the timbers. Having fun. Doing a dance. Making the best that he can out of this situation. The Revolter looking for anybody that he can find here. And Possible is just on the other... Well, he's in a tree. He's just on the other side of these timbers from Dicka. Will he get the drop? 4 players left, and this zone will allow them to just sit here and have the best time. Again, this is one of those situations where you don't want to be the aggressor, because the aggressor will get shot down by 2 other people. You put yourself out in the open, it's not going to work out. Looking for the jump shot is Dicka. Dicka jumping, making some noise. Will that cause Possible to move? No, he's not. He's just sitting here. He's okay. He's okay just sitting here beneath the timbers right next to Dicka. Dicka! Oh no! Oh no! He just gets right on in there. Dicka didn't even know that Possible was there. And now Hannibal will get, or actually that's Possible getting smacked around here into a bear trap down to 300 health. He'll put up his turret, but he's got no health packs and he's got no armors. Possible taking low. Hannibal also in some trouble. He's got, I believe, 1 electronic that can't really help him. He's got 11 wood, 1 leather, and his armor has been crafted up here. Zone continuing to close. Dicacator. Oh, trying to hit the turret through the timbers. It's just not happening, though. And finally, that will be taken out. Hannibal breaks some armor. There's Revolter to the high ground, trying to knock Dicka off. He goes for the arrow shot on top of it, but that's not really what you want to be doing. And now he's right next to Possible, runs past the turret into the cabin. Here's Hannibal. He's getting smacked around by 3 different people. He's being smacked around. It's a bubble fight in the cabin, and Dicka does not want to be there any longer. He needs some space to craft those heals. He's right next to the turret. Turret switches targets. He'll take it down, and Dicka gets smacked against the timbers. That is Hannibal taking him down. Oh, Revolter right next to him in the timbers. Tried to get some shots there. Possible is cold, though. Possible is going down right as he rooted that body. He could have had the coffee to save him, but he did not get it fast enough. And now we're down to 2. Hannibal, Revolter getting smacked up against the wall, down to 50 health in the Forbidden Zone, and there's the win from Hannibal. He will take it here in game number 2.
A new electronic is available.
What a battle. I mean, it definitely had its moments there. Hannibal with 5 kills ends up winning that one. That is a huge and absolutely massive performance out of him.